The Switch 2 is finally here, and although this might not have been the exact trailer we were expecting or hoping for, we still got plenty of major bombshells. If you want a frame-by-frame analysis, check out our 2 Everything You Missed videos for all the small and easy-to-miss details. However, in this video you're on right now, I want to go over the best and worst reveals in the Switch 2 trailer. The best reveals are my favorite things that we're either learning about for the first time, or stuff that was actually leaked, but now we have that juicy official confirmation. The worst reveals are, well, reveals that I didn't think were that interesting.
I want it now!
Or more importantly, stuff that just didn't get revealed that probably should, like stuff we're still completely in the dark on, despite the fact that now we've gotten our introduction trailer to this new console. With that out of the way, let's jump right into it, starting off with something from the best side of things. Alright, first things first, if you have been on the internet once in the past year, we all kinda knew the Switch 2 was going to be named Switch 2, but oh my goodness, it's nice to have it official. I am not kidding when I say I had a legitimate concern that the Switch 2 might be called something ridiculous. Switch U, Super Switch, Switch Attach. Thank goodness Nintendo read the room, because Switch 2 is exactly what it needed to be called. We did not need another Wii U situation that confused the general public. I get it that the other names are cute and probably have a bit more personality than just Switch 2, but let's get the personality in the console itself, not its name. The general public just needs to know that this is the Switch, but 2. Not that this is like the new Nintendo Switch XL Deluxe new Funky Kong mode extravagant. Like, you know, we don't need that. The next thing to talk about is also in the good side of things. The console is much bigger with less bezel, which means we can almost guarantee that the screen resolution will be bumped up from 720p to 1080p. If the tablet's screen itself stayed at 720p, the games would actually look worse resolution-wise from Switch 1 due to the size increase not having a resolution increase to pair alongside it. I'm pretty sure that's definitely not the case, so yeah, they didn't outright say that it's 1080p, but I mean the screen is so much bigger that it almost has to be. Now let's move on to one of the worst reveals. Lots of the worst reveals in this trailer are mainly just the things we didn't see, and I'll admit, most of these might have just been us getting our hopes super high, but with how long this console has kind of been like out in the open with leaks just about every day for the past month, we already did kind of know a lot of things that were shown off today, but that doesn't mean there aren't a few great reveals. However, the first worst reveal, mainly the fact that Nintendo actually didn't talk about the power. We still have no idea how powerful this console is. It makes sense they didn't recreate the original Switch 1 trailer that was mainly introducing the hybrid handheld nature of the console, and we all kind of just assumed the Switch 2 would just be a more powerful Switch. But out of all the things they should show off in a reveal trailer, they really needed to show off either the specs or resolution this system will be able to output to the TV. We still have no idea if this is 4K supported. But how could you show off the power of a console, you may ask? Well, that leads us to probably the worst reveal in this trailer, and that is just the lack of games being shown. The new Mario Kart is easily one of the coolest reveals, and don't think for a second our hype isn't through the roof, but I can't lie, it feels a little odd that we weren't shown more games. It is a bit unrealistic to expect that many more major announcements beyond a brand new Mario Kart from a reveal trailer, but even showing like third-party games that show off the power of the console would have been so massive, again, considering the main draw of this console is probably that it's just a more powerful Switch. Imagine if we got a clip of the Switch 2 running like Red Dead 2 or Cyberpunk, or maybe even a 4K version of Breath of the Wild or something like that. That would have been absolutely insane and would have just thrown us a bone and being like, yeah, the console will be more powerful. Because like, we know it will be, and the Mario Kart footage looks good, but that doesn't really show us a ton of how more powerful it is, other than the fact that there's just like 24 racers now. Jumping back to some of the best reveals, the kickstand looks a lot better, even better than the OLED version, and it's gonna be a huge upgrade overall. It's a very welcome addition, and now it won't fall or break off. The Joy-Con are also bigger, thank God. They were always kind of uncomfortable if you had bigger hands, and I'm so grateful that Nintendo is just making these things bigger, because now single Joy-Con play could actually be usable. Especially with this brand new railing that really sticks out from the Joy-Con itself, meaning the SL and SR buttons won't feel like you're pressing down on Tic Tacs. Obviously the Joy-Con itself is longer and taller. It will just be so much more comfortable, and man, I love it. Moving back to the worst, we didn't get a specific release date other than 2025. Yeah, we were kind of hoping for a solid day or even release month, but we're stuck with a vague 2025 window. Although it sucks we don't have a specific launch day, back to the best, this may be cheating, but this is outside the trailer. However, on their website, Nintendo announced something something called the Switch 2 experience, where people can get hands-on time with the Switch 2. But if you look at the dates, it ends in June. There's no way they would have hands-on events that end in June with the console releasing in the holiday, so it's safe to assume that like a June release date is actually pretty likely. Going back to the Joy-Con real quick, man, the redesign here just looks so awesome. They look a lot cleaner and more modern, making the controller mostly black or like this midnight gray, with the iconic Switch red and blue being relegated to accent colors on the side of the Joy-Con and underneath the analog stick. It just looks so cool. And also the player LED lights are on the top now, which is a really great addition overall and just helps the Joy-Con look better design-wise. We also got a brand new button revealed. On the right Joy-Con, there's this new button shown, so it's awesome for that to be confirmed, but for some reason, it doesn't have a symbol in the trailer. Either the fact that it was a C button from leaks was just a placeholder symbol, or they didn't quite want to go into what the C button actually was yet, which leads us into one of the bad aspects. The C button wasn't shown off, and we still have no clue why there is an extra button here, which would be fine enough if it wasn't for another bad thing about the trailer. We still don't have a definitive hook for the Switch 2 yet. By all accounts, this trailer, besides the fact that the Joy-Con and console are bigger, could have just been a Switch Pro trailer. I'm 100% sure that there will be something that makes the Switch 2 stand apart from the original. It may be the C button, something to do with the USB-C connector on top, or even the rumored mouse Joy-Con support that they kinda tease with this shot right here, but as of right now, there's not like a full hook for this new console yet, which is a little odd. That moves us into another great thing, which is that mouse support. Not only is this new mouse Joy-Con mode just cool because it adds for new control methods to Nintendo games, but I don't think we yet know how big this could be for third-party titles. So many different games could use this. I already made a video talking about some of the games I'd like to see use this feature, but there are so many more I'd love to talk about, so let us know down in the comments below if you'd like to see a video like that. Additionally, pretty much all the buttons on the Joy-Con look so much better and a lot more sturdy than the original, with it looking like they'll just feel better to press. The shoulder buttons specifically are like twice as big from the original Joy-Con. Before we move on, if you're enjoying this video and aren't already subscribed, please hit the sub button. It helps out a lot, and obviously we're so excited about Switch 2 and all the videos we can make now, so that's the best way to see our future content. Sticking with the good, although we already knew from a tweet that some Switch 1 games would be backwards compatible with the Switch 2, getting this confirmation in an official trailer is so great because it shows that Nintendo knows how important this is. But now let's go on to one of the worst reveals. It says certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible. I really do hope that like pretty much every game will be playable, with the only ones not being like Nintendo Labo or Ring Fit Adventure, where they like require some peripheral that the new Switch Joy-Con just cannot use. However, games like Super Mario Party or Nintendo Switch Sports definitely should be playable on the Switch 2 because they just use the Joy-Con, but the new Joy-Con have all the functionality it would seem as the old ones, so like why would they not be playable? Hopefully they will be, I bet they will be, but also Nintendo is weird, man. We just don't know for sure, and I wanted to bring this up here because I do think it's important. Hopefully them saying not every game is compatible is just them covering their bases for like Labo only. Alright, let's end this video on a high note, and that is with Mario Kart 9. We have an entire video going over the snippets we saw, so check that out after this video, but not only is the game officially announced, but we get confirmation that there are now 24 players. I love this. This is such a great way for them to expand Mario Kart beyond what already was in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't think people have fully grasped just how different this game is gonna feel. 24 racers means that every track has to be that much bigger to accommodate that. The items will have to be balanced differently, the character roster will have to be expanded. There's just so much potential here. This entire game is going to play a lot differently from 8, and in my opinion, that's like exactly what they needed to show. With that out of the way, those are the best and worst reveals from the Switch 2 trailer, aka the things I'm most excited about and the things I'm the most concerned or have the most questions about. But let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. With that out of the way, I'm Thomas from the Switched Up, signing off. Peace.